Hello, welcome to Miss Mac's Artist of the Month. I'm your host, Miss Mac, and this week we'll be talking about the life and art of Canadian folk artist Maud Lewis. Maud was born in rural Nova Scotia in 1903, and I am certain that she never imagined that her work would become one of our great Canadian treasures. Her life was not an easy one. During her teenage years, arthritis left her hands and face deformed. This tiny woman went on to marry Everett Lewis, a local fish peddler. Despite her painful hands, Maud created beautiful Christmas cards and paintings. Accompanying her husband on his sales rounds, she started to sell her work to people in the area. The cards sold for 25 cents, the paintings for between $3 and $5. They lived in a tiny little house that was only 3 by 4 meters. It was little more than a shed. Despite the small stature of the house, Maud turned it into a work of art, painting virtually every surface in the house. During her later years, Maud spent the majority of her time in the corner of that painted house. After a documentary about her on CBC television, more people started showing up at the door to buy her paintings, and she received commissions from around the world, including a request from the White House to paint 2 paintings for President Nixon. By then, the price of her painting had soared to a whole $7. Still dirt poor, she asked the folks at the White House to please send the money first. Her tiny little home is now located in the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. Her paintings are loved and treasured by Canadians and folk art fans around the world. There have been books, a play, and a movie, all written about the woman who painted without shadows. Her paintings depict an idyllic life, full of animals and flowers and seashores. Most of these were painted from memory, as she wasn't able to get out of the house very much. She died in 1970, and I'm certain that Maud would never have imagined the fuss that's made about her now. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening. Join us again next time when we'll be talking about author, illustrator, and artist Alex Beard.